Good morning, retail traders. Hope we're having a great day. Today's Tuesday, November the 1st. Hope everybody had a great Halloweeny. We're going to go ahead and talk about a few indices and Tesla and maybe a couple others. The SPY, snake breakout, pull back, boom. At the end of the day, now she's at new high. So we're going to look at the resistance level on this stock right now and the support level. Bring it to the 20-day. We're definitely got to break this here Darvis box of 390.25. If we can break that high today, we'll go higher. If not, we're going to keep at 386.19 as a solid support. And then anything below it will be a strong buy. And definitely if we hit the bottom of the box. But I don't see us going down that far. We might, who knows, this market's, a little bit whacked out. But if you look at, if we do break that 390.25, which is really a solid resistance. I mean, it really is a hard resistance to break. Like I've said all week, I want to go sideways with the stock. And we've got tomorrow will be the big judgment day. And then if the market's dovish on what's going on, we could see a nice little, the Feds are dovish a little bit. We could see a nice breakout past that 390.25. And we could run up. I'm going to look for a little pivot point area in here. I'm thinking somewhere right around off this body of this candle right here, where that bounced off that 51 EMA at 395. I hate delays. Well, that's a little bit too much. Right there. 394.13, and if that breaks, we'll definitely run up to that 399.17. But always remember that 390.25 is the hard resistance. And we could pull back and go sideways for another day or two and then boing to that 50 SMA. And that's the SPY. SPX. Same scenario. We got to break the 39.12.33 to get out of the Darvis box. I still want the stock to go sideways a little bit. Might bounce off the 50 or find a pivot point area in here, which would be right at, let me see here. Yeah, right there at 38.60.20. That's the pivot point inside of this Darvis box. But still yet, it's going to be a hard resistance to break. If it does break it, then we're off to the races. If not, we'll pull back inside of this here box right in here. With the low support no lower than the bottom of that box at 3791.94. You don't know what's going to happen in this market. But right now I'm bullish. IWM. We did hit resistance on it too. We've been going sideways on it. If it does break the 183.30, we'll definitely run up here to the 200 SMA and then start to pull back and find that as a hard resistance. And that's the IWM. Still the same scenario. We did break past the Darvis box that I've been talking about here on this one. This has been the strongest one out of the gate. I still think we can hit that 200 SMA and then start to pull back a little bit and then start to consolidate and then have a boom. It depends on if they raise it up 1 basis point or keep it at 75. 75 will consolidate and have a little bit of action. 50 will run like a Dickens. And then we got the QQQ. We still got a ways to go on this. This is the one that's been the most bearish of all of them. We got to break the 51 EMA to the pivot point inside of the Darvis box. They all had the same kind of Darvis box, the same kind of run, and the same kind of pullback all but that IWM. So definitely your hard resistance is going to be up here if you go long to 295.43, and then the solid support will be the bottom of the Darvas box at 278.39, and right now we're at 277.95, so that's the one we got to break today at 278.39. I'm going to turn that red so I can remember it when it comes time to trade it. And that's the QQQ. If we get Fed gets dovish, you could look at the TQQQ and run it up to the 50 EMA or the 50 SMA, and that'll be the bottom of this here Darvas box, and that'll be your solid resistance to break at 23.25. If not, she can definitely pull back to the bottom of this here candle right here. Let's just clear this out so I can see it a little bit better. Right there at 1970. That should hold. If not, got some pretty good stability right there. And then we break resistance up here right around the 2263 area. A little bit higher maybe, but that's definitely one of the spots. Long at 2334 to run into the 51 EMA. That's TQQQ. Now Meta, I think it's about ready. We've had the 3-day stall on it. Come on, Jim. We're going to clean this up. Bring this up to the 20-day or the 1 minute. We got a resistance to break here. If we can get past 95.25, she'll run up higher and find this other channel up here. So your three resistance levels will be that 95.25, 95.87, and then third resistance will be 96.53 with a solid support somewhere right down in here. No lower. You got the yin yang going on at 93.96, right around $94. If that holds, then we can go sideways in the channel and then eventually break it up to the resistance levels. But it has been 3 days since earnings. 1, 2, 3, and my 3-day rule goes into effect. Go long, we can run it up all the way up to this here 101.15, and that'll hit the 51 EMA on the 20-day, 1-hour time frame. A couple more on the top of my head that I'm watching. ACOR penny stock. We had a nice little breakout run on this for 3 days. Got my 3-day rule in effect, so I like to take a 50% retracement, maybe off the body of this candle right here, maybe at the top of the wick, but I'm going to go with the body. We'll clear this chart up. I do have a channel of support down here. We'll leave that on there. And I'll be looking at a 50% retracement from that body of that candle all the way to right down here. And that'll be right around 79 cents to hold. If that doesn't hold, then for sure you could probably take the trade maybe at 71 cents, but it all depends. It's a penny stock. It's a pump and dump. Just something to look out for, something to watch. What else? Boeing had its earnings, pulled back pretty hard. We've got the 3-day rule in effect, and it bounced right off the next day, run back up to resistance. I'm very bullish on this stock right now. Been trading it pretty good. I think we're going to consolidate a little. If we break resistance today, it's going to be right here at 144.40. Somewhere on top of the bodies of them candles right there. 144.40 all the way to a double top on the 20-day at 148.23 with a solid support holding at the 200 SMA on the 1-hour time frame. That's going to be Boeing. It's a great trade, especially if it knifes in the morning. it could be a nice little catch. Run it back up to triple top break at 144.40. And NIO, Time mentioned NIO this morning. Said China's looking nice. They're wanting to make a deal with Vietnam, I think. So they're out making deals right now. We got to break the 200 SMA here at 11. Right now we're at 1055. So I think if we break that 200 SMA at 1090, we can have the three resistance levels that I have here. One at 1126, and I'll make a new one. I like this right in here. Definitely right in here before that gap at 1199, and then long to 1328. And that's NIO. Tesla. I did a video back on Tesla. We did break that 229.86 area that I talked about in the last video. We hit it, double topped it last night. I kept one contract, got out of my trades. But our next resistance level here is at 234.90. And if we break that, we'll definitely run it up here to 250. Exactly, we could probably take it easily to this 241.81, find some consolidation, and then right up in here, the bottom of this candle, right around 246, and then long at 255.38. He's getting a lot of attention from the Twitter deal. I think it's just a bullish sign to me, but you know, my opinion is my opinion. But there's traders that wondering what other countries are going to feel like him getting involved in social media, you know, and blah blah blah. But I'm always bullish on Tesla. It's just been a rough couple months for it ever since the split, and we've had high inflation, and the market's been very bearish to begin with. But I do see reversals in a lot of good trades. So keep a good eye on this. You can go back and watch my other video on Tesla, and you'll find the supports that'll hold no lower than 220.12. And we do have a nice little place right in here, right around the 225.62, that I want to call a solid support today. I'm going to change that into red. Bam. 225.62. That's it. Be cautious. Be safe. And I wish everybody a great trading day. Retail traders. Sneaky snake trading strategy. Hit that like and subscribe.